mics share the same goal, and that goal is to convert sound waves to electrical energy vibrations that are then amplified, transmitted, or recorded. Yeah, I got that. I got that off Google. But it's true, though. Unless you're talking to somebody face-to-face, you are either using a microphone or you're on the receiving end of one. And I've come to realize that I kind of have an infatuation with microphones now. And I've used many different models and shapes and sizes and brands and all that stuff. But I have picked out, well, over my years of buying microphones, I've picked out kind of 9 that I use for very specific purposes. Even though there's no such thing as a do-it-all microphone, I still want to show you how all of these mics I have on the table compare to each other, and you can kind of listen to that. I've bookmarked or whatever you call that in the video, so you can kind of switch back and forth between whatever mic you want to. So let's get into it. The first mic I bought was this one right here. This is a Shure SM58, and I bought this mic because I used to do, well, I probably still should do, Lauren, some of the stuff that I'm about to talk about. But when I was at my first worship leader job, it was in Hastings, Florida. I would record the vocal parts, you know, like the harmony parts and things like that. And I needed a microphone, and this was the microphone that I used. My wife also used this as well because I'd get her to sing some of the girl parts. I would also sing some of the girl parts too, by the way, because you know I got that falsetto. But anyway, so I use this mic a lot, and I wanted to go ahead and get the corded version of this, and not like a blue USB mic or some other kind of USB mic, because I wanted a microphone. Like, I want a mic, you know what I'm saying? I'm a brand new worship leader. I need a microphone, right? The next mic I ended up with is this one. I'm talking through it, so I'm going to kind of keep it close. But I bought this. This is a Shure lens hopper, or otherwise known as the VP83. Yeah, VP83. I love this microphone because it's a shock mount, like microphone that you would put on a camera. And I bought this purely because of Casey Neistat. Yes, this is one of his mics that he recommended that he used the vlog with. So when I got he also had the like Canon 80D, but I had I don't even know what camera I used at the time, some Nikon joint. And then I got a Canon something or another, T7i, and I had this microphone, and man, I thought I was on top of the world. I've used this mic for so much, though. Not just video, but podcasts. I mean, you've seen it sit right here on a stand for podcasts, and it usually sits on top of the camera, even to this day, as like that backup to the backup. If you need a shock mount mic for your camera, like a shotgun microphone, this is the one right here. It's really good, unless you just want a better one. The next mic I bought specifically for video and all that kind of stuff is the RODELINK lapel. So here it is right here. This little guy right here. And this was I hate this term, but this was like actually a game changer for my videos, because as good as it was to have the Shure VP83 on top of the camera, so that one right there, it was so great to have this little guy. So I've done a lot of the church tour walk-arounds, like behind-the-scenes videos of churches and stuff like that. It made a big difference. And so here's the pack. And then the other side, the receiver, sits on top of the camera and then plugs directly into your camera. What makes this mic so much fun is that I can walk away from this desk. You can follow me? You ready? So like, I could be out here talking about the baptism pool. We're doing baptism this Sunday. And you can hear me plain as day. I can just walk anywhere I want to. And okay, you know what a lapel is. But it was just, for me, I'd never owned anything like this. So it was just really cool to have something like that. And for only like, I don't know, maybe $300. The next mic is another handheld mic that I love and adore so much. And that's a little over the top. But this is the...
You love so much.
I love it so much. I really do. This is a Shure Beta 87A. This is not my personal microphone, but it means a lot to me because when I started at my church, these were the mics we used as far as corded. We also used and still use to this day. I started here 8 years ago.
That's insane.
That is insane. But we use the Beta 87A, Beta 87A capsule on the SLX2. I think the transmitter and receiver are upgraded now as like the SLX something D, I think the XLX D. Anyway, but I love the way this sounds. This is Shure classifies this as a premium supercardioid. That's the polar pattern or whatever they call it. I like the sound. I put the SM58 against the KSM8, which is like one of their $500 microphones. It compared pretty well. The SM58 sounded really nice against it. But at the end, I was like, honestly, if I had to choose between these two, I pulled out this one and said, this mic is the best between these two because it's only $250. It packs incredible value. And lastly, but not leastly, is any microphone with a flat top looks really cool. So that's the one you want to use. Not really, but I thought that at the time back in the day. But now we're getting into some high quality stuff. So the next mic that I purchased specifically for podcast and leading worship with is let's switch. Okay, here we go. Let me get it set up here. Should I do it like this? Welcome to the Worship Leader Hangout podcast. See, this is that mic. You've seen this microphone in every worship video where all the people are standing all around. You know what I'm saying? Like every Maverick City music video ever. And you've also seen this microphone used a lot in broadcast because it is the quintessential broadcast podcast microphone. I had to get one. I broke down and bought the Shure SM7B. I really do genuinely enjoy this mic. I like the way it sounds. I use it some on Sundays, actually kind of a lot now, among a couple others. I did purchase this mic for this specific reason, to do these kind of videos with, mostly podcasts and things like that. But one really cool thing happened not too long after I purchased this mic, and this is where these two come into play. A company called Earthworks, yes, Earthworks, gave me this microphone. This one was given to me because they wanted to give me another microphone. Like, it blew my mind, Lauren, when they were like, yeah, we want to like custom print you I'm going to start talking in their microphone. All right, here we go. This is the Earthworks Icon Pro. Love this microphone. Earthworks gave me this microphone to shoot a video with, to actually shoot interviews with, so that way they can learn about me as a person, so they can custom print something on this microphone called the Earthworks Ethos. So it's not necessarily meant to sing into. However, I have used this mic on stage to sing into, and it also sounds like really incredible. So I really like it. But mostly I've done podcasts with this, and of course we did those interviews, and I was so appreciative. And look how beautiful it is. It's just, I don't know, Earthworks, you just do it right. Now we're using the Earthworks Ethos. This is a brand new mic. They just brought it out in November. Again, you're seeing right now the print or the laser. I don't even know what you call it. They have a way that they did that somehow, but you're seeing the image that they put on this mic for me, and it's just really cool that they cared enough. I don't even know why, but they cared enough to like do this and customize this microphone for me. I have used this mic for singing. Like I said, though, it is mainly for broadcast, for podcasts, things like that, videos like this. So, if you're watching in your church, if you need a microphone that just has that smooth, buttery sound that you're looking for, kind of like the Shure, podcast mic, the SM7B, but you just want that extra level of professionalism in the sound. I'm telling you, this is not a commercial for them, but it so is, because they gave this mic to me. Try out Earthworks Ethos. I think it's worth the money. I really do. It's a little pricey, but I think it's worth the money. And I think this one's just a little bit cheaper, the Icon Pro. So that's my microphones that I use for very specific purposes. Thank you so much for watching this video. As worship leaders, we use all kinds of different tools. The main thing is that we're using these tools to point to one place, and that is the links below for you to buy them. No, we use the tools to point to Jesus, and it's not about this as much as it is about him. So for this being the first video of the year, I just wanted to say, do everything you do for the glory of God first, and then maybe go click those links below if you want to. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here back in 2022. This is awesome. If you do want to look at more information about these mics, I did include some links below. Some of them are affiliate, some of them are not. And we just appreciate anything. Subscribe if you haven't already. And remember, great worship leaders are always learning. Have a good day, guys. You know that thing when you're at the movie theater and it's like the ice comes in, and then and well, then the Coke pours in, you know, and then you're like, oh, I need a Coke. I need a Coke right now. And then the popcorn. They use this mic to film that popcorn. You really could. I'm telling you, this would be a good ASMR mic. Yeah.